What the heck even is stevia? Yeah, so today I'm going to be making bubble tea, but instead of using standard sugar, I'm going to be using erythritol. If you haven't been living under a rock for the past 5 years, then you should know that bubble tea is a sweet milk tea drink that originates from Taiwan. The defining part of it though are those little black balls made of tapioca starch that people add to the bottom of their drink. Making it is pretty simple too. All you need is black tea, milk, tapioca pearls, and sugar. That's it. To all the hardcore tea drinkers out there, I'm sorry, I know very little about teas, so I'm just going to use whatever I have available. In this case, it's going to be Assam tea. Milk wise, I'm going to be using good old 3.25 Homo milk, just because that's what I got. And I also got some pearls and sugar, just ready, locked and loaded. But isn't the point of the project to replace one of the ingredients? That's why I'm going to be switching the sugar that we use today to stevia. Well, what I'm using today is marketed as stevia, but it's primarily just erythritol. If you're wondering why I decided to use erythritol instead of something like sucralose or something like that, I was lazy. And this is what they had at the closest market. What we should be asking is why would someone else want to use erythritol instead of regular sugar? So right here, we have a regular sugar molecule, and over here we have our erythritol molecule. The main reason someone would prefer to use this over this would be that erythritol is a very low calorie sweetener. If you're on a diet, you're in luck. The other reason is that it's been shown to be a great sweetener for diabetic people, as it's been proven to have little impact on both insulin and glucose levels. Now some of you might be wondering why I chose to make bubble tea instead of baking a cake or making cookies or something, and the answer is actually pretty simple. I work at a bubble tea shop. Alright, so now since we're finally in the store, we're ready to make our erythritol based bubble tea. We're gonna go ahead and grab our black tea steeped in boiling water for 5 minutes, grab our milk, and it's time to cook. For the pearls, we're just gonna put them in boiling water for about 15-20 minutes, and then we're just gonna let them soak for about another 10. And for sugar, we just have a simple syrup made from white sugar and boiling water. Today we're going to be making our tea with 1 ladle of sugar. Just in case you were wondering, that was 50 grams of sugar. So I actually had to do some conversions, but according to the packaging, you should use exactly 1/2 the amount of erythritol as you would sugar. In this case, we would need to dissolve about 25 grams of Splenda per 30 ml of water. In my case, I wanted to make around 500 milliliters of sweetener just to be safe, so I had to add 30 tablespoons of Splenda. At this point, we had our sweetener made, we had our black tea ready, and we had our milk ready, and the pearls were almost done. To make the drink, we're going to add 30 milliliters of the sweetener, we're going to add 250 milliliters of our Assam tea, and we're going to add We're going to add some ice, shake it, pour it out, and boom, we're ready to go. So at this point in front of me, I had our special milk tea made with the erythritol. I hadn't tried it yet, and it was going to be my first time trying.
How is it?
Honestly, it's not bad. Just kind of diluted. It's like less sweet than I thought it'd be.
On first instinct, it kind of just tasted like a regular milk tea to me. The taste, texture, and consistency of the drink seemed to be still intact, and the pearls seemed unchanged as well. Honestly, I was really surprised. If you gave me this drink with no context, I probably would think it's just normal. After tasting it myself, I knew I wanted to get a second opinion, so who else better to ask than one of my coworkers?
Alright, so in front of you I have 2 drinks. One was made standard, half black tea, half milk, 1 ladle of sugar. The other was made similarly, half black tea, half milk, but 1 ladle of no calorie sweetener. I want you to taste both, and I'm gonna have you guess which one is which, okay?
Okay. That's really good. Next one. Yeah, this one's better.
That one's better?
Yeah.
Actually?
Considering that the tea, milk, and pearls were all the same, the only thing that can make up the difference in taste would be the sweetener. And after trying both teas again, it was clear that the regular tea was much sweeter and tasted less diluted than the erythritol did. This makes sense, as it's commonly stated that erythritol is seen to be 30% less sweet than table sugar. Outside of that, they tasted, looked, and felt the exact same. This experiment was important because now we are able to determine that erythritol is a reasonable substitute for sugar, specifically in bubble tea. Who knows, maybe in the future we would be able to make a proper diet bubble tea or something that diabetic people can have, but that would require probably changing the milk as well as the pearls preparation, as both have different forms of sugar in them as well. Yeah, I think we're still a ways off from diet bubble tea. I just want to say thank you again to Pearl Fever for letting me, use the store for my random experiment, as well as, hiring me. And with all that concluded, I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you'll excuse me, but I've had way too much sugar today. I'm gonna crush.